Well, hello guys, welcome back, blessed be. Yeah, this is my second attempt on this video. Ouchie. Yeah, ouchie, scratchy, sorry. This is my second attempt. Dang, girl. And, why I'm doing a second attempt is because before I had, like, a, blue algae or whatever the heck was in it. It's like one of those vegan face masks that you can buy at Walmart. I had that on. And I didn't mind having it on for the video. I didn't think it looked bad, and I had the glasses off, which probably helps you guys out. But I was like shouting because you can't have the mic and the headset on when you have a mask on your face, unless you want it to like set up in your mic forever in your mask and your headphones and everything. And I was shouting, and I don't have the energy level to go and run it through my processor just to like up the volume. And I didn't feel like going through, for whatever reason, I didn't feel like going through YouTube to do it, because I'm like, every time you do like a video for YouTube, if you edit through YouTube, they put their little stamp on it. It'll automatically pop up in your description about this video is made through YouTube, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if that like does something to your monetizing or not, so I like try to be independent of them. I mean, in a way they make it an easy tool to use, in another way it's not. I mean, you still have to upload your stuff and then mix it together and do all the cuts. And it's not as simple as it sounds. Like, all the music they suggest is monetized, wink wink, so all your hard work's for nothing. So yeah, I'm like kind of trying to get back to like doing simpler stuff. Like when I very first started the channel, I had like intro and I was like trying to do outros, but I've noticed like a lot of people can't sit still in their seat anyways through an intro and outro, so it's cool. Anyhow, onto the video. Last night I was like really hyper about today, so I was doing my tarot cards, which you saw in the thumbnail. And I'm like, I can't figure out the reading because it was the Queen of Wands is my fourth card, my future card next to, it was a male card. I don't even know now, but it was a male card. And I'm like, I'm not getting this reading on lock, so I looked in my book, and I usually do not ever go by my book, but I looked in my book anyhow, and it's like, if she's near a male card, she's interested in the queer, and I'm like, what does a woman have to do with this? Is this like a female side of Loki? Or am I interested in somebody? Like, what the heck is going on? And I couldn't get it. So Loki had suggested the cards and goes, get out the board. Meaning a Ouija board. And I go to get it out, and I get out her critique that comes from Salem. Supposedly, when it was sold to me, I was told it came out of Salem. It was bought at Salem and then sold to me. I don't know. So we're doing that, and he's doing his usual intro stuff so that I know it's him. It's always Loki using the board. And he's teasing me, and he's like, you better not kiss this guy tomorrow. And I'm like, ugh, please. He's just, being funny and being possessive. And I said, am I going to need a new roof? Because that's what I was trying to figure out through the cards. And as I'm asking that, I'm thinking about the roof above the main part of the house, and he says no. Well, it turns out he's right. I do need a new front porch roof. I do need new gutters. I do need a new side roof over the bathroom. Or altar room, as we now call it, since, you've seen it's all decked out. And that's fine. That's kind of what I expected. And I told him about the gentleman, I use the term loosely, that had said, oh, I'm going to do the work, and the guy had said he was going to do it in 2 parts, and he never showed up. He never showed up to do his work. So he's like, well, it's hard to find people that will legitimately do their work today. So I put a deposit down on that, which is pretty normal. Like, when you're going to get a lot of work done, at least in my experience, you put a deposit down, then they show up, and you get your work done. I mean, I know where this guy lives, so it's like, I don't think he's going to run out, because he has pretty high ratings. I'd looked him up. So they're going to be here in about 2 weeks. He said, you're not having any leaks, are you? And I'm like, I don't think so. I said, I don't know. I said, ever since that guy said that, and that was like back in spring, I'm like paranoid. He said, no, you would know if you had leaks. So I'm like, okay, then I guess I don't have leaks because I'm not noticing anything. So he'll be here in about 2 weeks, maybe a little less, to take care of it. So I wrote the vague dates down so that I remember. And he said, I'll call you a couple of days before I'm coming. So that day, I probably will not be recording because they'll be ripping off the roof, putting a new roof on twice, like all along the front of my house and on the side, and getting the gutter off and putting it back on. In a perfect world, I would have a hotel for the day. But, you know, I probably could swing the money, but it's like, it's kind of silly to like go out for a day while they're doing this. I can just either like go to the park if I want to go out, or like, I usually like to be around when people are doing construction just so I can kind of keep a watchful eye. I don't ride people, but at the same time, I kind of like being around because at least that way I vaguely watch the process. You know what I mean? So I probably will be here anyhow, but I won't be recording, or you're going to be hearing ba 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 or something in the background. So that'll be the day I won't be recording, and I'll let you guys know when it's coming up, so you know, like the day I might miss recordings, like a day or so in there. And I've been noticing a lot of chaos energy from Loki. Yesterday, like with the card reading, I couldn't get the card reading. And then the board, it was like he had like his hyper excited energy. And then like today, had went up and got like a little meat and cheese up the like local wine shop I've told you guys about. They have like a little deli in there now. So I got a little of that for us. I went to visit a friend. I didn't want to stay forever because I had this meat and cheese, and as hard as the flu felt. I said, well, I really do want to get home. I said, I'm like starved. I'm like an hour over my lunchtime. I try to eat every 3 hours. It's supposed to be good for your metabolism. I have no idea. And I said, look, I'm tired. I'm hungry. I gotta go. And I'm gonna pick up like a Coke at the gas station. Now I know I'd given them up, and I have, but I was like, I'm just gonna have one as a reward. And she says, well, why not get one here? And I'm like, that's sweet of you. So I got one there. And I did stay a little while longer to be polite. And then I left. And I come home and I put the bottle down. And I hadn't like jangled my bag or anything. I hadn't like dropped it or anything. And I set my bottle down. I went and I did the prep work on the meat and cheese and got crackers out. And I come back in and I sit down and I'm chilling in front of the TV because it was just so much psychic stress. And then such a relief when they were done. It was like, I'm done. I really can't work right now. That I was like super sleepy. So anyhow, I go in there. And I get the bottle. And I hadn't shook it or anything, okay? Boom! All over my chair, on my new clean clothes. I'm like, oh God. And surprisingly, I didn't get mad. Because it's kind of like... And I'm not saying this is how Loki works. But for me lately, it's kind of like the good... is coming with chaos. So like if I'm getting a good blessing, like I can afford to get this done, praise be to the gods, and you know, Loki obviously, and I'm gonna have the work done, so I'm gonna have a decent house. Then it's gonna be like some chaos is gonna come in too, it seems. And I've noticed, I don't know if he's still having fun, like I'm still tripping over stuff, Irish stuff, and I'm actively not looking for stuff at this point. I'm not looking for legends or myths or anything. And it's not like I'm like, oh, because they're not here, I'm not interested in Irish mythology or anything. It's just, I was like, I want to cool it off, cool it down, see if maybe that helps the energy go down, because it seemed like right after I found out it was Loki playing this trick, all this chaos energy started coming up, and I had still been a little bit looking at Irish, you know, like Celtic mythology or fairy stories, real fairy stories, stuff like that, I'm like, I'm cutting it out. I'm totally cutting it out. Now, I had ended up looking at something today just because it popped up in my feed, but I'm like, I'm going to back off of it completely and see if that, that calms stuff down. Because it was just, it's been almost a little too much chaos. It's like, it's usually not that many small misfortunes all piled up on top of each other, so I'm gonna back off of that. But yeah, other than that, things are going pretty good. I'll be getting the roof done. Tried to contact the uncle and tell him that, I arranged to get that done. I couldn't get in contact. And I'm super tired. So if you don't see me too often, that's why. I'm just like super tired from all the stuff leading up to it. Like the check arrived on Monday, then the uncle called on Tuesday, and then I got everything done on Wednesday. And today, like the guy showed up, and I'm like, I'm done. I need some rest. So, if videos get a little irregular, that's why. It's just like, I've never been one of those people that I like a lot of activity going on. I actually like it really quiet. So I'm going to be kind of miserable that day when they're doing stuff, because I actually like my peace and quiet. I'm like, go away, leave me alone. If I'm ready to talk to you, I'll come talk to you. But other than that, go away, leave me be. I'm not unfriendly. I just like quiet. I like quiet, because my friend was like, how was the crab boil? And I was like, well, I liked it, but I liked it because I got to go sit my normal seat away from people. And I was near people. And got to enjoy their company that way. But I was far enough away to be on my own too, and that's what I like. It's like, I'll be in the room with you, but I don't necessarily have to associate with you, because I'm usually run down and stuff like that. And it's a lot for me to deal with, like, I don't know, psychically or something. So it's like, yeah, after the last week or so, I need some rest. But if you like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Blessed be.